I have played probably, I mean, I've played like 2 or 3 hours, but I think that's enough to tell you that Nintendo just do not miss. I
Would
think
you say it's a good?
it's a real good. So if you don't know, Super Mario Wonder is the latest 2D outing from Nintendo. I actually don't know what was the last 2D Mario game? Like aside from
New
Mario
Super
Maker.
Mario Bros. Wii U.
Yes, that is a lifetime ago now. I mean, we've had a bunch of 3D outings since then. We've had Odyssey, we had like 3D World and Bowser's Fury, and it feels like 2D Mario is just sort of left. It's just
Yeah,
ignored.
2D Marios haven't had the same sort of like
No,
wow factor to them like the 3D ones for a long time.
for a
I
long
feel.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
I
think
think,
you're right. Super Mario Maker is the last time it was like, wow, this is, great again.
but even that was like there's no new mechanics necessarily. It's just like it's 2D Mario. You can make 2D Mario
Yes, yeah.
stages. Super Mario Wonder, to nobody's surprise, sees you starting out with, the story is real deep here. Bowser gets up to some nonsense, but
Shocker.
he's not kidnapping Princess Peach because Super Mario Wonder is co-op. You can play up to 4 people, which is very cool. But I think its biggest gameplay twist or mechanic. I mean, every 2D Mario game is like, there's a new power or two, and there's these new things they explore. Like every level is super short, but it's usually got its own like little twist or mechanic or something. And then like it does that, and you never see it again, or you see it like iterated on in another level or two. Super Mario Wonder has this thing called Wonder Seeds. So if you're looking at the footage, it's one of those. It's a main collectible in the game. You in Odyssey, for example, you collect moons. There's always some other collectible.
Yeah.
In this game, it is called a Wonder Seed, and what a Wonder Seed does, you collect a plant, and what it does is that it kind of flips the level. It makes it very, for lack of a better term, trippy. Like, imagine a level's normal. Okay, you're just walking around and there's pipes and there's enemies, but then you pick up one of these plants. Then all of a sudden the pipes are moving, they're going up and down. The level's changing. It's like being on a big drug. I don't know what you're doing, Nintendo, but it's very cool to play through. It's very, very interesting, and they use this to like introduce even like these short-lived mechanics just halfway through a level. And if you get through it, you're rewarded with the game's collectible. And I just think it's amazing how you think Mario's been around for, it's a long time, like 30, 40 years. I'm not going to do the maths now. But Nintendo never fails to impress with their creativity, and the fact that I think Mario gets a lot of hate from, quote unquote hardcore gamers because it's Nintendo, it's like a baby game. But Nintendo are just so good at putting smiles on faces. Like the first 3 hours of this game alone, I've just smiled a lot because of, you play through level, you go, oh my God, like what a cool mechanic, or what a fun thing to do, or just the pure charm of it is just, it's got that Nintendo magic and that polish. I've still got a lot to go. I mean, I think this game is, I've seen it's maybe like 15-ish, 20 hours long. I'm still in the early days, but just from the mechanics I've seen, like if you're watching the video feed right now, one of the new powers you get is
Elephant Luigi. Let's go.
Elephant Luigi. I mean, you think it's a simple thing, the elephant power-up is new, but what can you really do with an elephant? So like this is the gameplay.
So the elephant thing is like a new power-up. It's not necessarily connected to the Wonder Seeds.
No. It's like
the Wonder Seeds are like level-altering things.
So, I chose a bad part to start the footage. You'll see it in this level here, but the elephant's ability is, you can flip your trunk to hit enemies, but when you run past pipes with water, you can actually fill your trunk with water as well, which lets you do things like throw water at enemies or throw water at plants that lets them grow and change the levels in like subtle ways. That plant grows and all of a sudden you've got a platform to somewhere you couldn't reach before. It's such a simple thing, but you first get introduced to this power up and you slowly see how they build on it. And it's just fun. I mean, this level we're playing now is, so you've seen like I can hit the tortoiseshell up, which is actually used in some levels where you have to purposely hit a tortoiseshell up to like hit a block. It's just simple things like that you learn, and they just iterate on these abilities in such clever ways. I love crawling as Elephant Luigi.
I was going to say, you're just doing like a Metal Gear Solid sneak there with the elephant, and I need this to be a nice little crossover.
I think
great.
We'll get to it now. There is a Wonder Seed in this level somewhere.
So does every level have a Wonder Seed, or is that just specific to some levels?
No. Well, I mean, in typical Mario fashion, there are some levels that are just one-off things or like mini games, but typically every level has 2 Wonder Seeds to collect. So one you get right at the end of the level just for finishing it, and another you get for like getting the Wonder Plant and then doing that sequence, the trippy, mind-altering drug part I touched on. I've seen some levels have 3 Wonder Seeds, which I'm like, it's probably hidden somewhere. I need to figure out how to get it.
Yeah.
No, Chad, where is the Wonder Seed in this level? I just want to show it to you. But it's the way this game is structured as was that, you know, in a typical 2D Mario, there'll be 3 coins to get throughout the level. You can't see it because my webcam's covering it. But on the top right, you'll see there's also the same mechanic of there's 3 purple coins throughout a level. And you don't have to get them, but it's kind of part of the fun of figuring out where are those 3 coins, you know, to complete the level.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where it's like it gives levels replayability. Oh my goodness. Because you come back to them and you're like, oh, you know, like I want 100% this. I want to get every little thing here or whatever.
There we go.
Okay, I see.
There we go. It's Wonder Time.
Oh my goodness, this has turned into a Beatles music video. So, what's going on?
all it does, so you could run to the end of the level without touching that plant to mix things up. But as you see, you get the Wonder Seed, and all it does is it introduces a mechanic for you to overcome or something, and you have to try to get the Wonder Seed. And it happens every level. It's never the same, and it never fails to make me laugh.
The amount of times you've nearly died here, it's unreal how you were still running around. There was at least 3 moments that I was like, oh, it's done. Game over. He's dead. Like, yeah, that's incredible.
Well, I don't know if you saw another thing I want to touch on. Did you see how I floated with my cap?
I was literally just going to ask about that. Is that like Luigi's specific character ability?
So the characters don't have specific abilities, but what you do get throughout the game are these. Oh my god, watching me struggle to get this jump.
You're really struggling.
So you throughout the game you collect these things called badges. And I saw somebody describe it kind of like an equipment loadout, which it really is, but it's literally, you can equip 1 badge, okay, but it does something. So
it's not the pick 10 system from Call of Duty.
No, definitely not.
Hate to see it.
So the first badge they give you saw me use it, lets me use my cap to glide, which is cool. You get others though, like I've got one now that lets me wall climb, for example. So I haven't seen I've got like 3. I think the screen where you select them is like 20 plus badges. I don't know what they all do, but I'm interested to see if there are certain levels where you have to equip a certain badge to, you know, get a hidden seed or something. But to answer your question, the characters all play the same. There's no like, oh, Luigi jumps high, but he's more difficult to control. Mario's not a balanced character that is, you know, a jack of all trades. Princess Peach doesn't have the ability to float like she has in previous games. But I think the badge system is kind of what replaces that. So like Luigi holding his cap to float, that's kind of what Princess Peach could do in previous games. So I think it lets you tailor whatever character you want with whatever ability. But again, it's early days. I still have to unlock a lot more badges. But it is cool that they are there as like a quote-unquote light equipment loadout that lets you tailor, you know, there's another badge where you always start a level with the mushroom. Like if you're struggling, you know, you're dying a lot, that's just a nice badge to have. It's a good time. Like it's weird to me talking about a Mario game because all I want to say is that it's good 2D it's good platforming generally in Mario games, but Nintendo are just so good at, I don't know, flexing their creativity and just creating just specific tailored little heartwarming or just fun moments, which is why I play Mario games. Like, they never fail to make me smile. And yeah, and the game is just, it looks good as well. It's got that good Nintendo look. Luigi's looking real good little right now as I race this caterpillar on skates.
Is that a caterpillar? It looks like a cat.
I don't know. Behind, look behind Luigi.
Oh, I was looking at the thing in front of you. Okay, I don't know. That's
too good.
That's that thing you can turn into in Mario Odyssey. It's a good time.
Yeah. So yeah, play this.
Now this game looks fantastic. It also just looks beautiful, like very, very colorful. Not yeah, I don't know. I get the sense that people think that 2D games are more simplistic and whatever. But the amount of parallax going on here and the complexity of the effects is pretty cool.
Super Mario Wonder.
Very keen to play. Nice. What a nice send-off for the Nintendo Switch, I think.
It's not dead yet. Can you believe we had Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder this year? It's
what
like
a year, man.
Year one of
What a
Nintendo
year.
all over again. We've got Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, and here we are. Tears of the Kingdom.
What a year.
And Super Mario Wonder. I'm very keen to keep playing that.